Good morning, everyone, and welcome once again to Reselling 101, part 7 of 10, which I'm affectionately titling today, Catch Me Up, Recap, Q&A. Basically, where have we been and where are we going? I was going to joke that we were going to talk about taking pictures again today because I can talk about pictures for days, but we're going to skip it for now. And if there's anything that you're interested in on how to do this better or differently, or take some different approaches, or even take a look at what your approach is, just send me a note and I'd be happy to talk more about it. We'll actually do a full-on video just for photographs at another time. So we streamed these live when we first put them out, and it dawned on us that we're really not taking advantage of the live interaction. So I had the great idea that in the middle here, we would do some Q&A back and forth if anybody new to reselling has some questions. But let's go ahead and talk about what we've already covered to give you a good idea of where we're going from here. Obviously, pictures. We've talked a great deal about how to stage, how to take, how to transfer, etc. So hopefully you guys have gotten something out of that. The basis for this group of videos, Reselling 101, is to help you as you're getting started to create better best practices, right? To put in place your own processes and your ability to plan ahead to do the best you that you can do. We've talked about sourcing, quality control, creating a workspace, processes that you can put in place that are going to help create a successful workflow and an orderly workflow that makes sense for you. We've talked about keeping track and creating an inventory system. We even dabbled a little bit with creating a very, very, very basic spreadsheet. But everything encouraging you to pay attention to detail and keep it simple. So far, as we've jumped into this all together, I'm hoping that you are educating yourself. If you're not sure of the answer to a question, like if you have a question about shipping for the United States Postal Service, here's a thought. Go directly to USPS. Don't ask eBay about it or somebody that lives in another state or a different region. All of the information that you need is out there, and you don't necessarily have to find it here. It's certainly good for exchanging opinions, but I encourage you that if you really want the answer to something about eBay or about shipping through the post office, or even your local thrift stores like your Goodwill, or Salvation Army, where better to go than to them directly to find out hours of operation, details. Keep it simple. Hopefully you've gotten that out of this as well. I don't want you to make this more difficult than it needs to be, and use what you've got. I can't stress enough that when you're first getting into this, and it's not for everybody, you're going to find that as we go along, and we're kind of stopping in the middle here on purpose just to sort of assess, take an inventory of where we've gone and where we're about to go. It's certainly not for everyone, and it's going to take some hard work and dedication on your part. You put all of these things together, and I think you will do well. In fact, I know you will, but that's on you. It's not going to come from me. It's not going to come from some other person or some other source. You're going to have to dig deep and make it happen. So what's coming up next? We're going to actually walk through, and I need to pre-record the next couple of videos. That's why I wanted to do a sort of live exchange here if we could, if you had any questions, because the screen share last time didn't work very well, and I want to be able to walk you through different parts of listing, selling, shipping. As we talked about in our last photo video, we're going to sell some Band-Aids, and I want to be able to show you my thought processes into why we're going to sell them, how much we're going to sell them for, or other people selling them, and that's all part of this. We've said before that just about anything will sell, and I've mentioned that I have a lifetime collection of these collectibles, right? And just because I love them at one time doesn't mean somebody else is. So I need to kind of look and see what the market is for those items. So Prof is now in the couch position, for lack of better. So we have a question. Go.
Janetta wanted to see a video on getting templates set up, and Keisha wants one on how to look at reports and stuff in the store management center. It's a foreign language to her.
Okay, we can do that. As an individual seller, not with a store, we're going to have to do that a different way, but we can certainly show and walk through how to do that as far as reports go. It is definitely all right there. It just takes some practice on how to get there. Are you done with questions?
Also the templates, setting up templates, listing templates.
Oh, templates. Yeah. Again, not that difficult, and they do come in handy. So we can certainly walk through setting up templates. And that's only for stores, or can individuals do that? Because I haven't done that myself. I don't know if individual people can do, but in the vein of, you know, doing this together and me making mistakes along the way, we will look at both the reporting and the template ideas as both as an individual seller as I am and as you are as a store. Why not? That's all I can just dance. So this is my challenge to you, because I do honor your time and we're coming up to the 10-minute. I've gone way over the last couple of times, and I'm going to try to stick to as close to 10 as we can get. 10 minutes. So this is my challenge. I want you to put into practice all of the things that we've talked about leading up to this point, because once we jump off from here, we're actually going to put our objects where our mouth is, for lack of better, and we're going to put it out into the universe and see if and how much we can sell it for, right? So put all these things into practice that we've already discussed. And if you've amassed a big pile of things already that you want to sell, stop. Don't buy anything else, because here's the thing. In order to get a realistic view of what it means to resell online, you're going to have to go through all the steps. And I know that some of them are more fun than others, and we can't just only source. You know, then we get these big piles of things that we have good intentions to sell, but just sitting there on the bookshelf or sitting there on the floor is not doing us any good. So a little self-discipline. I will do the same thing, because sure enough, just the other day, I picked up this great pair of boots, right? With the intention that, oh, I'm going to sell those too. Meanwhile, I have 10 other pair of shoes that need to go up ahead of it. So no more sourcing, because you're going to find that you're overloading yourself in one of these areas. And again, you're not going to have the best getting started and getting going if you only do or thrive in certain areas of this business, right? So as we go forward, this is all going to make more sense, but give that a try and see what happens. Is this for everyone? Maybe not. Is it worth it to give it the old college try and see if you can do it and see if you can make some extra money? Of course it is. And it's my desire to show you how to do that. And as you know, I've helped with other folks, one in particular that's sitting on my couch, take thousands of pictures, purchase thousands of clothing items. But this is just me doing my mommy thing over here, selling things that I think are gonna make some money, either for me or my child. Oh yeah, that's a whole nother story. So this is certainly not the only way to do this, but it's mine. And I'm hoping that it's making sense to everybody, and we're connecting in a way that sort of takes some of the stress and stigma and just, I don't know, weight of what it means to sell online off of you, and we can enjoy this journey together. So if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to this channel for lots of good information. Like the video if you do. If you don't, well, that's okay too. Not going to affect my sleep at night, but we use these videos, at least I do, as a time capsule to help other people. So if you've got something constructive to say as we go forward, please leave it in the comments. I would love to interact with you in that way as well, and continue to help people do better and do their best as people come in and out of these groups, trying to make themselves better. So until next time, this is Karen saying happy Reselling 101 to you. Bye.